Good evening. Alok Bhaskar, last name BHASKAR.
Excuse me, say that again.
Talking too fast.
B as in boy, HASKAR. All right. I'm speaking to rule number 2010-25-115 on VOC storage rule revisions. EPA estimates that tank batteries emits 22,000 tons per year of emissions, and a significant amount of these emissions is coming from the 15,000 gas wells in Burnett Shell here in Texas. I believe that TCEQ is encouraging these emissions by not enforcing and verifying emissions compliance. TCEQ has made this compliance rule so easy for companies, but for the common man and the town, it's so difficult to understand. I was trying to do a little research on how the emissions is being controlled by TCEQ and found that, okay, for the gas station, you have vapor recovery, but for gas wells, there's nothing. And so I looked into the TCEQ website and was trying to find what exactly TCEQ is doing. The entire website is so hard to understand. It's like, oh, what are the emissions there? How do we control it? How do gas companies apply for emissions on those gas wells? Do they have to take a yearly approval or compliance? It is so difficult to understand for a common man and for the town staff. I spoke to my town staff. So I spoke to my town staff, the oil and gas inspector, and asked him, how are we controlling the emissions? And he said, no, we don't know about it. The TCEQ is doing that. So you guys are not controlling the emission, and you are not letting the town control the emissions. Everything is all done by TCEQ. So here is what I found, how TCEQ is helping companies to make this compliance, not effective. I believe the companies, the gas companies, through a PBR, permit by rule 106.352, they can claim exemption. All they have to do is sign on a single piece of paper, a compliance, couple of check boxes. There are 3 or 4 check boxes that says that the total emissions of all facilities is less than 25 tons per year of SO2 VOC and 250 tons per year of CO and NO2, and they just attach some theoretical calculation. It's just a piece of paper, I believe, that is just submitted to you guys, and that's it. So collectively, I believe the sheer number of individual sites of all the gas well around claiming this exemption is in violation of TCEQ statutory rules 1, 3, and 4 that prevent pollution and waste of our resources as well as provide public safety. The entire emissions of all these gas well website, I don't think TCEQ is effectively considering them. It is just a theoretical calculation. I do not believe that TCEQ is checking emissions, actual emissions from those sites. It's just theoretical calculation. I mean, are you guys really checking it? There was a news item, I remember, for some violation in Fort Worth, a gas pad site was found emitting about 350 tons per year compared to 25 tons that was there. So imagine, if TCEQ is actually really testing, or if the gas companies are really testing the emissions, it is going to come out more than 25 tons per year, and this is what is contributing to our ozone over here, and we need to control that. So the solution is very simple, as a lot of people have suggested here, is to make vapor recovery mandatory for all the existing gas wells. And it's a no-brainer, I guess. I mean, everyone knows that vapor recovery can control 90% of the emissions. There are companies who have vapor recovery solutions that can even work with low barrels per day, liquid handling things. So even there are companies to do that as well. So it's not that there are solutions there. There are solutions available in the market, and they are very cost effective. The break-even is very less. So I don't know why they're not doing it. So in addition to vapor recovery, I have got a couple of other suggestions to make. I guess TCEQ
You have about a minute.
Yeah, TCEQ should also verify from on-site monitoring on all these gas pads how much emissions is been actually generated versus the submissions they have theoretically submitted to TCEQ. That's what we should do that. Okay? All the copies of the EBR submissions and the testing and everything that is done by the companies should be publicly available and should be shared to the town. The town don't have anything at all. Nobody knows anything. So basically there's a big gap in what exactly is being submitted and what is being emitted, and all the emissions all going in the air. You've got to control it. Thank you.